Hi guys, and welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. So I thought it would be a really good idea with this channel, and I've been thinking this for quite a while. I want to do other stuff on the channel. I don't just want to do tarot readings, because I just feel that this channel is about so much more than giving people insight into what potentially could be happening in their lives in a forthcoming month. This channel, I just feel it's really important to be positive and to come to you guys with really positive videos, okay? And these videos are all going to be about the experiences that I've had. How do we deal with people who are destructive? When I talk about negative people, I'm talking about destructive people. People who try to put you down. People who lie about you. People who talk about you behind your back. People who form groups so that they can weaken you and strengthen themselves. People who are verbally unkind, people who laugh at you, people who are smug, people who are underhanded. These are really 6 steps to how we deal with negative individuals. I'm going to be explaining these 6 steps through a range of tarot cards. What you'll usually find with people who are confrontational, people who try to make your life a living misery, people who are destructive against you, people who try putting you down, people who want to get the upper hand with you, is that they want power. That's at the base of the reason that they behave in the way they do. It's about power struggles. To represent this, we have the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. 5 of Wands is a card that is all about competition. People struggling to be the best. People struggling to be right. Nobody's backing down because they want to be the overall winner. Don't engage in a fight that's just going to continue and continue and continue. Don't engage in a fight so you can have your hollow victory. Now, granted, people can be mean, they can be cruel, they can be unkind. And yes, you've got to stick up for yourself. But there is a point where sticking up for yourself just encourages more war. People who are confrontational and mean and destructive and who try to hurt you over and over again within a situation, it's something that they're used to doing. They get their power trip from it. It gives them life. Why engage in it? Why give your power over to that person? They want their hollow victory. They want to win out at the expense of others. What's the point? It just lessens you even more. This is a far more positive way to deal with a situation that is not ideal. Like the Queen of Cups. She's empathetic, she's sympathetic, she's emotionally balanced. She kind of uses her emotions to solve situations. She's spiritual, she gets to the heart of a matter. Using her heart, using her intuition. And I feel that when we're empathetic and we can step outside of ourselves and be graceful enough to step into somebody else's shoes, it becomes easier then to resolve a situation, not necessarily head on head with that person, but more within yourself. So there is a saying, never tell your big dreams to small-minded people. And I don't mean that in a patronising way. What I mean is that sometimes if you're the type of person who has big dreams, people want to laugh at that. But they only want to laugh at it because they're afraid. And because they are angry, potentially, at not fulfilling their highest potential. What you'll usually find is that people who are against us for our passions, for our drive, for our confidence, they're usually against themselves. Because for some people, they may not have the opportunity. They may not know what they want to do in life. They may look at you and see you in a place of power when they're feeling weak. And though it's wrong that some people treat people in a certain way because they don't feel as powerful as they see you as, what I can say is that I feel if you are empathetic and you can put yourself in someone else's shoes and say, okay, I can kind of see why somebody would act that way with me. then it just allows you to be in a place of calm. I feel that if you can say to yourself, okay, this is who I am, and I understand that this person isn't really gelling with me because they don't feel good, or they're not at that point where they can embrace their own personal power, then that makes me feel better about the situation. And that's not to say I feel better because now I can look down on that person and see that they're not in the place of power that I'm in. This is simply to say I feel okay that actually I am not the problem, and it's more to do with that this person is looking at me in this certain way because they've not been able to embrace their own personal power as yet. And to represent this, I use the Magician card and the Strength card, because I feel that these two cards both represent personal power. The Strength card is about taming a beast. It could be taming a fear. It's taming something that's negative, but using a very softly approach. It's about no longer being afraid of something. So no longer being afraid of your fears, but facing them. The Magician card. You're in control. You're the person that works the miracles. So if you know your own personal power, and you know that you are in a place of strength, then why not stay there? Don't change who you are so that you can be accepted by others. Stand true, stand strong in what you believe. There are plenty of people out there, as I've said, who will be wanting to put you down for who you are because they feel less in your presence. They won't admit to it, but they do. They feel less about who they are whenever you're around. But one thing I will say is, it's not worth changing who you are to suit somebody else. Never diminish your power so that you can uphold somebody else's. There are plenty of people in our lives that piss us off on a daily basis, who try and bring us down, put us down, laugh at us, lie about us, gossip about us, be two-faced. Always be kind. You need to be their best friend. We're not talking about being kind to the point where, you know, you're giving your power away, to the point where you're needing to be liked or you're needing to be accepted. This isn't about being accepted. This isn't about being liked as such. Because if somebody simply doesn't like you, then they don't like you, and that's that. Sometimes you're just not going to change their mind. You might do. Give messages of friendship, kindness. You know, be the unexpected thing that they didn't expect. Sometimes when people are unkind to us, they're expecting unkindness back because that's the way that they thrive. But when you're kind back, they weren't expecting it. So it kind of throws them off kilt, and it kind of makes them, it can often make them reevaluate their own behaviour and see you in a different light. Okay? This guy is not expecting this fish to pop up out of the cup. It's unexpected to him. So sometimes this card can represent unexpected news, and I feel unexpected behaviour as well. So be kind. Give them something that they wouldn't expect. Offer the hand of kindness, the hand of hope. You don't have to be somebody's best friend. As I've said, this isn't about being someone's best friend. If someone simply doesn't like you, then they don't like you. But we don't have to match fire with fire. Stand in kindness. Because when you're standing in kindness, you can at least say that you're doing your part. Don't engage. Who is this person to you? Really, what do they really signify in your life? Okay? How important is their opinion of you at the end of the day? Really and truly, when you think about it, how important is their opinion of you? Is it that important in the long run? Stay silent, be passive, draw back. Draw back. don't engage. What can someone do if you're not doing anything? What can they do? They can't do anything. They're just bashing themselves against a brick wall. They're fighting a one-man or a one-woman war. That's it. They're fighting against themselves at the end of the day. Put your arms down, be passive, don't engage, don't give any type of power away at all. Just hold back, silence. Walk away from it emotionally. You don't have to walk away from it physically. If you have to do that, if it's that bad, then fair enough, but be passive. And when we're passive, we're walking away emotionally from something, mentally from something. We're not engaging. Justice. If you've got really destructive people around you, just know that at some point everybody has to pay the piper, you know. Everybody has to be responsible for their behaviour, and they have to pay for their behaviour. So if you're going through something with a group of people, with someone at the moment, just know that whether this is through work, a boss, whoever it is, someone's going to have to face their responsibilities. There will be justice served in the end, because that's how life works. Whatever you put out into the universe is what you get back. The law of compensation. What you sow is what you reap. Justice. The wheel of fortune. People turn their own wheels of fortune for good or bad. That's what it does, the wheel of fortune. It turns. It doesn't always turn in your favour. So someone who's picking on you right now might find it funny. They might feel that they've got away with it. They might feel that it's easy. But God is not sleeping, and the universe doesn't sleep. They're actually churning their own wheel of fortune. And their time in the sunshine may not be around forever. They're actually turning their own wheel. What is up must come down. So I feel, in summing up of this video, guys, that step one, try not to engage yourself in confrontation. It'll only de-energise you. It will only make you tired and more stressed. Be empathetic. Being empathetic and trying to look at where somebody else is coming from will always help you to understand them, and to understand that it's really not about you, and it's all about who they are. Stand in your own personal power. Never put yourself down so you can lift somebody else up. Never look for acceptance from others. If somebody simply doesn't like you, why are you stripping yourself of your power to be accepted? If someone can't accept you for who you are, then they're not worth it in the end. Always be kind. Good morning, good night. That's all it takes. Please, thank you. You don't have to be anybody's best friend, but always be on your best behaviour. Be passive. You don't have to engage at all. If someone's trying to engage you in confrontation, in a fight, engage you in their own insecurities, leave it up to them. Their insecurities are theirs, they're not yours. Who are they to you? What are they to you? Are they really that important? At some point, they're going to get tired once they see that their behaviour is getting no results. Finally, let the universe deliver. Let the universe serve its own justice. What they sow is what they'll reap. No man is an island. Whatever you put out into the universe is surely what you're going to get back. So guys, I hope that video was helpful to you. Thank you so much for joining me. The next video is going to be on how to manifest your greatest desires. This is a technique I used about a week ago. I've had some amazing results come through, and I mean amazing results come through. And the video after that is going to be 10 ways to success through the tarot. So I'll see you on those next videos, and take care. Bye bye.